could affect hearing too.
So even regular, how do I put it, legal drugs could cause hearing loss?
Could cause hearing problem.
Well, in my experience, I've discovered that people don't like to be called deaf. They're a bit sensitive about it. Are there levels of hearing loss? Do you have a way of, a way of classifying?
Yes. We have degree of hearing problem, ranging from mild, moderate, severe hearing problem. These are what we call hearing impairment. Anybody with severe and profound hearing problem are those we refer to as being deaf.
When you say severe or profound, how do you measure it?
Yes, we have a scale of classifying and categorizing hearing level based on the measurement made on the scales in decibel, ranging from 0 to above 90%, 90 decibel.
This measurement, is it a universal measurement?
It's universal measurement, which is being done by audiologists.
So at what point is someone pronounced deaf?
Anybody with severe and profound hearing loss is said to be deaf.
Do we have a
So
lot
it's
of
an
that?
extreme language to be used.
Yes.
And like you rightly said earlier, those people with deafness, they hardly gain any sympathy from people. Talk of job, even yourself, you can hardly employ somebody you know that has hearing problem.
But why would I mean, taking from your example, why would I employ, or why would one employ someone who is deaf? Can a deaf person be made to be productive? I mean, you need to hear instructions. And
but the only instruction a deaf man cannot take is the hearing. But with the sight, he can take instructions.
Okay. So I noticed these days there's a lot of wearing of earphones. Ever since the advent of mobile phones in the country, especially young people want to go about with both ears blocked. They're listening to music. Does this have an adverse effect on the hearing?
Yes, it does.
Even if it's low music?
Yes, it could predispose the wearer to wax impaction. And when there is wax, the normal secretion from the ear, instead of this secretion coming out, it gets blocked. It gets sticked into the external auditory canal. And when it sticks there, it's like you using your finger to block your ear, which means your hearing reduced. That is one way. Then the other way around is, if infection, if you exchange the earpiece from different people, you could introduce infection into the ear, which subsequently, most commonly, otomycosis.
We'll come back to that in a minute. We have a diagram of the ear.
Yes.
Now, that's pretty long. At what point does that inner part stop in the head?
The inner part starts from those structures you see in green structures.
Okay, that's the inner ear.
That is the inner part of the ear. The yellow component is the middle ear, while the purple color is the outer component of the ear.
Now, if one were to put, say, an earphone into the ear, that's the purple component.
Yes, it's
At what point do you have the wax impaction you were talking about?
Yes, towards the outer part.
Okay.
The outer part, that is where the wax is being secreted. And that is where, instead of it coming out by the normal mechanism, then it gets pushed towards the middle ear.
But can't somebody use, like cotton buds to remove whatever wax is accumulating there?
We discourage people from using cotton bud.
But why? They remove wax.
Yes. Firstly, in some people, it could push the wax further into the ear, encourage the impaction. You could introduce infection into the ear. You could also cause injury into the ear through using of cotton bud, and the cotton tip could also get impacted into the ear.
So how do you
So which means you need to now
see
see clean ear clean itself. It's a self-cleansing organs. And mind you, wax in the ear is like saliva in your mouth, which in one way or the other, you swallow it. It's only when the saliva is in excess, then you notice that, no, this saliva is getting, then you have probably spit it out, or you notice that there is a problem there. So the same thing works. It comes out through the process of you chewing, swallowing, talking, which added to the conveyance mechanism of extruding the wax from the ear.
So there's
in the process,
no need to clean the ears.
There is no need to clean the ear with cotton bud.
Okay,
it's a bad practice.
Let's go back to the earphones, because it's like people can't do without earphones anymore. Is it a totally forbidden thing, or does this phenomenon of injury occur after long usage of the earphones?
Yes, it's from prolonged
usage.
Yes.
So how long would you advocate that a person use earphones and stop at a particular time?
Depending on individuals. And I would love to discourage people with ear problems, ear infections, and people with recurrent earwax impaction in the ear not to use earphone, because it will rather encourage the wax impaction.
Okay. Now you said there can be congenital hearing loss
and
acquired.
Then, in addition to the acquired, tumor of various degree could also cause hearing problem, like acoustic neuroma in the inner ear.
Okay.
Also, we also have aging.
Aging?
Yes.
So
just like every part of the body get aging, so the hearing too get aging. The hearing apparatus too get aging, starting from around the age of 60 and above. Sight also could be aging too.
Yes.
So we start around the age of 40. So the same thing, the hearing too.
Now,
and that is why you see some elderly parent at home. It's either, if they have hearing problem, it's either they complain that, oh, children of nowadays, they love murmuring instead of talking louder, and they get irritated, or the child is not talking louder. Only very few of them won't sense that, oh, I'm having hearing problem.
Oh, so would you say now that that is one of the symptoms of hearing loss? Person begins to feel like people are mumbling.
Mumbling, or somebody talking at far distance, you are not hearing very well, or you ask somebody to repeat what he has said.
Are there any other symptoms by which you can know that hearing loss is taking place in a person, apart from the murmuring?
Yes.
Feeling?
The other component is probably you feel as if the ear is blocked. Or what other thing you notice is when somebody has to play his music at very, very loud, at high intensity. So, such kind. But that is for somebody who can hear. This is very different from children. From the neonate, somebody who has never heard in his life, the presentation is quite different.
Okay. Now,
the presentation in that age group is that you now see that the parent notice that the child who's supposed to be vocalizing, communicating vocally, calling names, is not calling name.
Is that where we get what they call deaf mutes from?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because somebody who has not learned how to speak before, which is a congenital problem, cannot talk.
But does this happen in adults? Can an adult lose his speech just because he can't hear anymore?
No, not totally. Because what he has learned are still there. He has learned some people's name. He can still call their name. He learned about how to pronounce some word, those things are still there, but to acquire new words